Richard Mabey Presents.
Oh, YouTube friends, thus begins another episode of Richard Mabey Presents, and here to introduce today's show is Floyd. Say hello to our friends, Floyd. Floyd, say hello to your fans. Floyd, say hello to your fans. Floyd. Well, Floyd's a little shy today. So, okay, be right back. Hello, YouTube friends. This is Richard Mabey with Richard Mabey Presents. It's Thursday, March 14th, 2024. What an exciting show planned for today. Here's the funniest thing. I was watching one of these nutrition specialists, and said you should eat significant, not a lot, but you should eat nuts for good nutrition. So I bought the nuts, planters. So yesterday I'm eating the nuts, and I cracked the molar. So it's like good. Here's the good health, you know. So I got the and the bottom back molar is cracked. It's like a piece chipped off, and it really hurts. So much for eating nuts for good health. Today, going to take a look at the Avengers comic books. Earth's mightiest heroes. I pretty much have these comic books in the very bag that I bought them in, and I think I bought a lot of these, significant number of these Avengers, the 50 centers at Dad and I used to go to the comic book / toy show in Mountain View, New Jersey, at the old firehouse. So this is the very plastic bag that I bought this Avengers comic book, and it says, it's very cool. Now whoever bought them originally bought this comic book at a place called, what's it called, Little Giant, for $1. Maybe like Little Giant, they weren't selling them new. Oh, Opie's kissing Floyd. So sweet. They made now here. I know. I used to do this. This is a leaf from the very maple tree that Stu and I had built our tree fort on in my backyard. When I think I was in, I think it was the summer between 4th grade and 5th grade. We built the tree fort. So let me see what year this is. This is called Pyron the Thermal Man. And I'll get the year on this. Now, I'm wearing this Sunoco hat. And my cousin Bruce Mabey, he owned the Sunoco station that was about a block from the old Mabey homestead. Now, the old Mabey homestead was, as you were coming from Tuaco, it was the first house on the left, coming in from Tuaco, going into Lincoln Park. And it was on the corner of Route 202. And, get ready for this, Mabey Lane. There's really a Mabey Lane in Lincoln Park. There's also a Mabey Lane in Tuaco. And this is, I got to remember, I must remember my magnifying glass. This is terrible. April 1981. Fire in the Streets. Great comic book. 50 center. Avengers 206, April 1981. Pyron the Thermal Man. Very cool comic book. Moving right along. Ooh, they're like in order. Avengers 207. About 10 years ago, I graded it as very fine. 50 center. Bought it at the comic book toy collectors comic book toy collectible show. About 10 years ago, it was great. It was worth $4.50. I'm sure it's worth more. The Shadow Lord Cometh. Here it is, very cool. 50 center. I'll keep it in the bag because I know the year. May 1981. Avengers were printed every month. Like Detective Comics. No, Detective was every month. Batman in the 60s was only published 8 times a year. And they skipped certain months. But Avengers, 207, May 1981, 50 center. And there it is, 50 center. Avengers 261, 65 center. I love this cover. Love this cover. Secret Wars 2 continues in this issue. I really like this cover a lot. Again, a leaf from the old Mabey homestead. Before we moved, I put leaves in the back of my comic books just for old time's sake. And this, I think this is an elm. I think this is from an elm tree. And we must have had like 200 trees in our backyard. Well, we had like almost 3 acres of land, and we had trees all going down Mabey Lane and throughout the yard and all that kind of thing. So 65 center. Again, I should have brought my magnifying glass. November 1985. November 1985. I love this cover. Look at this. Captain America, Hercules, and I think the Dark Knight or something like that. So, you know, really, really cool comic book there. Oh, I want to talk about the Sunoco. So, from the time I was like in 3rd grade, we used to have bicycle races down Mabey Lane, because Mabey Lane was on an incline, and I would say it was at least 3/4 of a mile long, maybe a mile long. I'm not quite sure. But let's say I say between 3/4 of a mile and a mile long. So we would have bicycle races down Mabey Lane. It was perfect because it was an incline. We start on 202 and go all the way down to the wooded area, and then beyond the road, it was a dirt road, country road. There was a path in the woods. You could ride your bike race in the path. It was so cool. The path was wide enough for 2 bicycles. So we would, you know, we started summertime. We started early in the morning. It was Stu, George, Joey, my cousins Dave and Eddie, and a few other, Kevin, and John in the back. Kevin lived on Mabey Lane too, and you know, we have a blast. And then we dissipate at high noon. They used to blow a whistle for high noon nearby. I don't know if it's rabbits or snakes or whatever. And then we would go and we'd eat lunch high noon when the whistle blew. We'd all go to our separate houses, come back, and well, Stu lived on the other side of town, so he would eat lunch with me. And sometimes Mom would make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. We'd all eat lunch on the picnic table once in a blue moon. But anyway, we did about 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, we'd ride our bikes to the Sunoco station, and that was before my cousin Bruce bought the Sunoco station. And my cousin Bruce, he's about my age. I think he might be a year or 2 younger than me. I'm not sure. But anyway, he's about my age. So, oh, my tooth is really bothering me a lot. So anyway, we get they had an old-fashioned soda machine, and it wasn't Coke or Pepsi. It was RC Cola, knee-high grape, Fanta orange. There was some kind of a strawberry soda. I forget the name of the brand name. Then there was something from, they bottled it in Paterson, New Jersey. Oh my goodness, I think, oh man, it was Beaumont, something, it was a bottling plant in Paterson, New Jersey. I forget what it was. So, you know, and you had to pay, I think it was 12 cents for the soda, and there was this rack with a wooden box. Now, if you drank the soda there, you'd get the 2-cent deposit. Like, what, before my cousin Bruce bought the gas station, there was this other fellow that owned it, and he'd say, "We're gonna drink it here or go home?" And we'd say, "We'll drink it here." So you didn't have to pay the deposit yet, but he made sure you put the bottle in the box. It was a wooden box. I'd love to have one of those wooden boxes. They'd be worth a fortune now. But that was the fun stuff we used to do. This is Avengers 313. They're up to $1 now. Oh, I think I can read this. 1980, 1980, 1889, number 313, January of 89, Avengers. I'm going to check this year, because I'm not sure if it was 88 or 89. The print was so small there. But it's up, Avengers up to $1 now. Let's see. I love this cover. Check out this cover. Now that's a cool cover. January 1990. January 1990. But it says 89 here, copyright. But that's because it hit the stands before January. Look at that. January 1990, $1. Avengers 313. I love Avengers. Going through my comic books, and I'm going to sell a significant number of my comic books. First of all, I have Medicare and a secondary. I won't mention the name of the insurance company, but I have Medicare and a secondary. But I went through the gambit between my two cardiologists. I had hospital bills and everything. But anyway, it's a couple grand, and I really want to pay the bill. So I'm going to sell my comic book collection and help pay for. It's amazing, like, and I understand, but Medicare and the secondary, they didn't cover everything, you know. So that's what I'm gonna do. Sell my. Then the other thing is, you know, let's say in a couple of years I pass away. My sister's gonna have this big comic book collection, right? You know what I mean? So this is Avengers 368, Blood Ties, November 1993. Avengers Marvel comics are now at $1.25. Look at that cover, huh? Beautiful cover. Moving right along now, we're up to 370. Oh, that's a nice cover. Check out that cover. Now that's an action-packed cover. Let's see here. You know, it's funny. I like Marvel comics and I like DC comics. I go to the comic book shows, and you got these staunch Marvel guys. I mean, not guys. Staunch Marvel collectors, and then you got staunch DC collectors, and they're like Republicans and Democrats, you know. So, but I like Marvel and I like DC, you know. So what can I say? January, another January issue, 1994. Now these was $1.25. These I actually, when I worked at the phone company, AT&T, in Morristown, in Lincoln. So anyway, it was about at least 23 or 24 miles one way. I was nuts. But I had a pretty good job. I worked in the International Public Relations Division. But there was a little convenience store, and I actually got to be friendly, somewhat friends with the fellow that worked there. He was an elderly Pakistani man, and a very kind man. But I stopped there, get maybe a couple times a week, get myself a Snapple, get myself a comic book. Why not? So had a couple bucks in the wallet. Living the good life. But these I actually bought off the newsstand. So that's a good cover. Ooh, this is a nice cover here. Oh, this is the annual. This is annual number 19, 1990. Again, I bought this one at the newsstand. This was $2, but this is not an 80-page giant. It's 64 pages. That's a nice cover there. That's a nice cover. What do I got here? Now this is where they were up to, I don't know what they were up to. The number probably up to like 538, or something. And then they stopped publishing. Marvel stopped publishing Avengers for a couple months, and then they started publishing Avengers again. And I didn't get number 1. I did not get number 1, but I got number 3. It was $1.99. There, that's a nice cover there. That's number 3, April. Let me see what year this is. One of these days I'm going to get organized. I picked these out of, I have a lot. I have a significant number of Avengers comics, and I just kind of picked these at random. Get the feeling of the 80s and 90s. I don't have many comics, Avengers from the 60s, and they're in pretty bad shape. Ooh, look at this. This is very cool. It folds out, and it tells you a little bit about the Avengers, the characters or the superheroes that are in this issue. I really like the way they've done. Look at this. Check this out. That is so cool. Let me see what year this is. April 1998. Yeah, I definitely bought this off the newsstand, and it was $1.99. I really regret I didn't buy number 1. What was wrong? I didn't buy number 1. Avengers number 3, April. What did I say? 1999, 1998. Avengers number 25. This one sold for $2.99. It was a giant-sized special issue. Look at that cover. Captain America, Wanda the Witch, Iron Man. I don't know who she is. Very, very cool cover. Let's see here what year this is. Number 25. It was kind of like a gimmick, they stopped publishing for a couple months, and then they started renumbering them. Let's see. This is 2000. February 2000. February 2000. It's a cool Spider-Man. He's Spider-Man's advertising milk there. Now that's a cool cover. I mean, that is a cool cover. And the last one, I picked 10 at random. Marvel. This is confusing. 64, but then 470. It's 64 of volume 2. Had they kept the numbering, I guess a lot of people wrote in and said, why didn't you keep the numbering? And it says 479. See this 64, let's see, it'll focus, and then 479. If they had kept the number, it would have been 479. This was $2.25. You can see that the steady increase in the price of the comic books. Ink goes up, paper goes up. What are you going to do? They pay the writers a few more dollars. They pay the artists a few more dollars. Stan Lee was a nice guy. See, it says, I don't know if you can, 64, and then 479. 479 had they continued numbering them. And this is, well, I need glasses. Oh, do I need glasses? 2000, April 2003, number 64. Look at that. That's a cover. That is a beautiful cover. That's a beautiful cover there. I'll tell you. So, you know, give you a feel for the evolution of Avengers comics covers from, say, like the 80s through the early 2000s. You know, that was fun. I like to do that. So, and it's kind of neat. I come out here. Floyd is right by on the chair next to me here. He's sleeping right now. I don't know where Opie is. He's running around the house somewhere. But you know, it's kind of nice. It's not too hot out today. I can sit out here and I hear some, like I'll hear like the rabbits scurrying around, or you know, something like that. So I like it. You know, it's fun. And it's Friday. Well, it's Thursday now, but it's Friday. When you watch it, it'll be Friday. You know, it's confusing. So, no big comic book shows coming up that I know of. I've got a little bit, I don't know what it is. I got like a little sore throat. I got like a runny nose. My eyes are itchy. I don't know what it is. So I take it as it comes. So, yeah. Oh, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, because I'm at, I have 681 subscribers. The goal is to hit 1,000. But now what I do is, like before I fall asleep, I say to myself, I will get 700, I will get 700, I will get 700, I will get 700, I will get 700. And then I fall asleep thinking 700, 700, 700, 700. And it keeps me going, you know? It keeps me, you know, hey, keep going, keep on trucking, 700. And then when I hit 700, I'll say 750, 750. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Hit the goals in segments. If I keep saying 1,000, it seems too far off, you know? So, all right, you know, leave a comment and hit the like button, please. Please hit the like button. So, I'm going to close. So, stay happy, stay positive, stay healthy. This is Richard Mabey with the Sunoco baseball cap that my cousin Bruce Mabey gave to my dad long, long time ago. I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. Signing off.